Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Richawd back with another video. Now, if you feel like you're a good worker and you get overworked, here's why. A lot of times at your jobs, majority of the times at your jobs, you know, you have your workhorse, you have your people who, pick up, other slack. You got your people who, just get shit done, You tell them to do something and they get it done and they get it done quickly, you know. You may be one of those people who is like that or is like that, you know what I'm saying? Is capable of getting done whatever you need to get done at your job in an efficient and in a quick manner. That's what they look for at these jobs, people who are quick on their feet, people who can problem solve, people who can, multitask, you know what I'm saying? People who are productive, So when you're at your job, you're being evaluated by your supervisors and by your managers and, by a couple other people who are behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? You're being evaluated. You're being watched, to see how productive are you? What is your peak productivity? That's why they've incorporated a lot of technology into these jobs so they can really evaluate everybody. You know what I'm saying? The job I currently work at Amazon is like that. Everybody can be closely evaluated because, we go by a scan system in most of the departments. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's how they judge, who's getting what done. They can see who's the top scanners. They can see who's been slacking. You know what I'm saying? They can see who's just mediocre, So when you're at your job and you're working hard, they're taking note of that. They're paying attention to that. They have a file on every worker. They know who's the good workers, who's the bad workers. They know who maybe get in the boot soon, and you know what I'm saying, who they may let who will be sticking around, or they have an idea of who may stick around and who may be leaving, based on your productivity, your attitude, all these things that you get evaluated on, if you're a positive thinker, if you're a negative thinker, if you can work well with people, if you can't work well with people, all these things are being evaluated on. And if you check off the majority of these boxes, you become a valuable asset to your supervisors and to your managers. And they're going to use that asset, You're like the star player, you know what I'm saying? The hard workers at your job. You're like the star player on the team, So you're going to get more responsibility. You're going to have more usage. More is going to be expected out of you, because they've seen what you can do. You know what I'm saying? And when you're productive, the company saves money and the company makes money. Understand this. The two main goals of a job is to make money and to save money, right? When your workers are productive, the amount of money you can make grows. You know what I'm saying? And the amount of money that you can save when you have hard workers grows. Let me break that down. If you have a hard worker who can do the job of 2, 3 people, 4 people, then you can start firing people, laying people off. You know what I'm saying? And you can just have this hard worker do the work of those people that you laid off. Now you have less people that you need to pay, and the same amount of productivity is getting done because you got this hard worker. All right? So here's why your managers and supervisors get frustrated when the hard worker isn't working hard. Because once they start letting go of people, once they start firing people and this and that, because they got this workhorse that they're expecting to be doing the work of 2, 3, 4 people. When you're not doing the work of 2, 3, 4 people, now they're losing money because of you. Now you become an issue. Now you getting ridden up and this and that. Now they damn near finna fire you and replace you with another workhorse because you're not living up to you know what I'm saying? When somebody else could be, you know what I'm saying, not as productive as you, but they're not being watched as closely because they haven't been labeled a workhorse. You know what I'm saying? So they're just kind of there, you know? The only time they get the supervisors or the manager's attention is if, you know what I'm saying, they just fucking up, you know? For the most part, they leave those people alone. But the workhorses, they expect you to always be working. If you're not a workhorse, they don't expect you to always be working. You can chill a little bit. They'll leave you alone. You're not one of the workhorses. All you got to do is do your job and don't fuck it up. But if you a workhorse, oh, you're being watched every day, bro. Not to say that other people aren't being watched too, but the workhorses, you get watched more closely. You know, they pay attention to, you know, their top productive workers. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, once they see you work at a certain level, they expect you to work at that level all the time, you know? But, you know, we're these things called humans, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't work at the same rate 24/7, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we go at a pace. Sometimes we work a little smarter, you know what I'm saying? We're not a robot, and that frustrates them about the good workers. Because after a while, the good workers start to peep like, damn, I'm working way harder than majority of the motherfuckers around here. Let me start pacing myself. You know what I'm saying? If they gonna have me busting my ass in here doing X, Y, and Z, and all this shit could be getting done a lot easier if we collaborated a little more and you know what I'm saying, spread the work out a little more. You know what I mean? Gave more people responsibilities. You got motherfuckers not really doing shit. If you gave them a little more responsibilities, you know, it'll be enough work to go around to where nobody really has to work hard, but the work is still getting done. But these niggas aren't smart enough to set up the work that way, you know? So the work is set up to where you're going to get tired. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get worn down, you know, because you're going to have a heavy load. You're going to have a lot you got to do, you know, and it may not be hard necessarily, but it becomes mental fatigue over time. You know what I'm saying? That mental strain. You feel me? It starts to wear on you. And, you know, depending on the type of mindset you have and depending on how serious you're taking your job and how and if you want to keep your job, if you're smart, you're going to start to work a little smarter. You know what I'm saying? So you can get through the shifts. So you can make it to the end, you know, and you don't lose your fucking mind. You start to work a little smarter, and the managers and supervisors don't like that because when you're working smarter, when you're pacing yourself, when you're working at a pace kind of like everybody else, now you're not the workhorse anymore. You're just another worker. Now they need to hire more workers, you know what I'm saying, to keep the productivity up because you're not doing the work of 2, 3, 4 people. You just doing, you know what I'm saying, your work at your pace, you know? So that's why you know what I'm saying, some people get overworked. And, you know what I'm saying, if you start to change your pace, you know what I'm saying, you still getting your shit done. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying you're pacing yourself as in you're not working. You know what I'm saying? But you're not working as hard as you could work. You know what I'm saying? You're just going at a steady pace where the work gets done, but you're not fucking killing yourself. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like this, man. You just got to know when to turn the switch on and when to turn the switch off at work, bro. You know, you got to find that steady rate, that steady pace to go at. You know, you got to know when to change it and you know what I'm saying? When to turn it up a notch and when to turn it down a notch, you know? And I feel like if you master that, you can still be one of their better workers, but you can also still have a solid pace to where, you know what I'm saying, you ain't working too damn hard in that motherfucker. Because they gonna get out of you what they can get out of you. You know what I'm saying? What you allow them to get out of you. You feel me? So you just gotta keep that in mind, bro. So that's why when you a good worker, you get overworked, bro. You know? And I understand this shit from a manager's perspective because my dad's a manager. You know what I'm saying? Or my dad used to be a manager. You know, pretty much retired now. You know what I'm saying? And I used to work at the, I used to work at a hospital with him. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be in his office a lot and shit. And you know what I'm saying? I'll just see how things are ran from a manager's perspective, And that's how I know about, the two main important things of the job: making money and saving money. Man, stuttering and shit, tweaking. Making money and saving money, bro. If they can have less workers, but the same work gets done, they're gonna have less workers and let the same work get done, because that saves the company money. And as long as the productivity is up, they good. If the productivity is down and these workers aren't pulling their weight, they either get new workers, fire these workers, or they hire new workers. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes, bro. You know what I'm saying? They trying to keep the money up. They trying to keep the money coming in and as little going out as possible. You know what I'm saying? So, just keep that in mind, bro. Understand when you at your job, it's a business, bro. I just try to, I've been thinking a lot about why, like why certain people are doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like at my job and shit. Like why are certain people acting this way? You know what I'm saying? I like to understand things from people's perspective, so I can just have a certain level of bliss with what's going on, and I don't get rattled and shit all the time. Because there's a lot of bullshit that be going on that, sometimes be having me rattled and shit. And I don't like getting rattled, bro. So it's like, I just got to be at peace with certain things so I can get done what I need to get done, and not have things draining my energy and making me make impulsive decisions and shit like that. I just need to be locked in on just doing my fucking job, bro. You feel me? But, in the process of that, with all the bullshit going on, I just be wanting to understand, like why certain people just be acting funny, bro. And I think that's really what it boils down to. You know what I'm saying? Just, when you're, when you have the potential to be a good worker, you're expected to be a good worker every day. You know what I'm saying? And your faults, your shortcomings will be held, will be highlighted, right? It's like the great players. You get heavy praise and you get heavy blame, So when you slacking, bro, and a lot of it is, what I'm saying, like, people love to see a train wreck, That's a lot of it too, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, it'd be a lot of energy put towards, something being taken down. You know what I'm saying? So like when you a good worker, bro, sometimes you just gonna have like, just jealous people or whatever, or just hating ass people. They ain't, for whatever reason, bro, just hating ass niggas, bro. And they may put some roadblocks in front of you. They may make things difficult for you. They may be spreading rumors. I got motherfuckers at my job. Apparently some people just be walking around telling motherfuckers I don't be in that motherfucker doing shit. Apparently I don't be doing shit. But every time I go ask the managers about my scans, I'm always one of the top scanners, bro. So it's like, shit ain't really making sense, bro. I'm usually one of the top scanners. Usually when you guys need something done, I'm one of the people that you find to go get the shit done, and the shit gets done. But I'm not a good worker, though. The math isn't mathing, bro. It's not making sense, bro. Make it make sense, bro. But apparently some people at the job, you know what I'm saying, fake trying to get a nigga fired and shit, you know what I mean? Like, on some weird shit, bro. But, that's, it just is what it is, bro. But like, that's what happens when you under a microscope, bro. There's less room for error. Things that other people get away with, you know what I'm saying, you won't get away with because you being watched all the, you know what I'm saying? You just being watched closely, bro. You being analyzed closely, bro. Not to say, everybody else isn't being watched either, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like some people are watching more than others, bro. I'll just leave it at that. And I feel like the people that, you know what I'm saying, the people see it, bro. I can tell. You know what I'm saying? I can feel the temperature in the fucking room. And, I talk to, you know, I talk to people and shit like that. So like the people see what the fuck going on. Some people naive to it and they be buying into the bullshit, actually thinking I don't be in that motherfucker working. But like, you know what I mean? It's just funny. But I don't know. I just be going at my own pace these days, bro. So like when it's a lot of work, I turn it up a notch and get the work done. When it ain't a lot of work, I turn it down a notch. You feel me? And like I feel like motherfuckers just be judging me. Motherfuckers just be judging me off the times where I turned it down a notch. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't too much work, so I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? And I feel, I don't know. I feel like I'm being held to a unfair standard, bro. Like, I feel like anybody, when it's not a lot of work, bro, like, they be like, well, if it's not a lot of work, go find some work. Like, bro, come on, bro. Miss me with that shit, bro. Miss me with that shit, bro. You know damn well if you was in my shoes, folk, and you been busting ass, and now things is finally starting to slow down, nigga. You know what I mean? You finna chill for a little bit, bro. Not to say you finna go to the break room or some shit, but you know what I'm saying? You still on your post, on your shift. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, ain't no work, so you just kind of post it there. You feel me? I don't know. I feel like that's normal, bro. But, you know, motherfuckers be I feel like that's all they can judge me off of. You know, the few times where like one really shit popping and I slacked, or you know what I'm saying, just, you know, whatever, bro. But I don't really trip, bro. But like I don't know, bro. It just be some weird shit going on. But I don't want to make this video drag on. That's why the you know, the hard workers get overworked, bro. You know, they trying to have as little, the least amount of workers as possible, getting the most work done as possible. You know what I'm saying? And it could even work, bro. Cause like I said, folks, like my dad was a manager at a hospital, bro, over a whole department, bro. So like I seen how he ran shit, bro, and I seen how he was short staffed, but still was getting the work done because he had reliable and productive workers. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? To whom, you know what I'm saying? To whom much is given, much is required, bro. You know? If you know, if you're one of the better workers, bro, a lot is gonna be required of you, bro. It just is what it is, bro. That's just what comes with it, bro. And I feel like part of it be like a test, bro, for like some people. I feel like some people, they just throw a lot at you to just see how you would deal with the shit, bro. Cause like, you know, at certain companies and shit, when you start moving up, bro, you know what I'm saying? The higher you move up, the more responsibilities you have. You know what I'm saying? A PA has more responsibilities than a motherfucker like me. You know what I'm saying? All I'm responsible for is the task at hand. These motherfuckers responsible for everybody working and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you move up, it's more responsibilities, bro. So I feel like they fake be testing certain niggas by like throwing a lot of work at them to see how they deal with it. You feel me? See how they work under pressure. See all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's all an evaluation, bro. You feel me? So don't really take it personal. Try to get along with your managers, this and that, bro. Cause hey, if you don't everybody know how it is when you got that one manager that you just don't get along with, bro. They gonna make life hell for you, folks. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have zero room for error, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to be on P's and Q's around folks. You know what I mean? But if you get in good standings with motherfuckers, bro, I'm not saying be kissing nobody's ass, bro, but you know what I mean? Like, it should just be some sort of respect, bro. Just try to communicate with them. I ain't finna kiss nobody's ass, but I'll try to communicate with you and see where the fuck you coming from. You know what I'm saying? Let you communicate with me and shit like that so you can see where I'm coming from. So, you know what I'm saying? At least there'll be some sort of understanding, or we can try to get some sort of understanding. We can try to act like adults around this bitch. But yeah, man, that's why you get overworked, bro. All I would say is, man, go at your pace. Know when to turn it up. You know when it's time to dig and work hard. And you know what I'm saying? And know when you can turn it down a notch, bro. You feel me? And if you do that, you'll be all right, bro. Real shit. But man, y'all be smooth.